Well, good morning and thanks for joining us here for our 14 News stream show at 8:30. I'm Mitch Carter. It is Monday, President's Day. Thanks so much for joining us here. Got a couple of headlines for you before we get things over to 14 First Alert meteorologist Byron Douglas with a check outside. Of course, we saw a very foggy start to our Monday morning. But getting into our headlines here, got a heads up now for those in Hancock County. School district leaders say they have seen a spike in absences due to cases of flu A, flu B, and norovirus. Because of this, all schools are closed today and tomorrow, and they say it'll give workers a chance to get in there and deep clean the building. Officials say these will not be NTI days. Of course, meanwhile, several of the tri-state schools are also closed today due to the President's Day holiday. So for those who had kids going to school today, make sure you check those calendars for, of course, today as well as tomorrow. And shifting gears here now back to Hopkins County, sheriff's deputies say an 80-year-old man was killed in a crash on Friday afternoon. Deputies say it happened in the 2200 block of Central City Road in Madisonville. They say 80-year-old Halbert Jones was driving when his car overturned in a ditch. Crews worked to get Jones out of the car, and officials say he was flown to an Evansville hospital where he later died. That crash now still currently under investigation. And back here at home, switching gears back to Evansville. Tomorrow is Mardi Gras, and celebrations are happening all across the country. But for one Evansville restaurant owner, this Mardi Gras is a little bittersweet. Our Leslie Chapman went to the Stockwell Inn to get that story.
We told you that an Evansville staple, the Stockwell Inn, was being put up for sale. Now they are celebrating one last Mardi Gras under its current ownership.
A packed restaurant, many enjoying cheap beers and Mardi Gras eats one last time before the restaurant changes hands.
The regulars are concerned that things are going to change. But from what I understand from the person getting ready to buy it, they want to keep it the same. They want to keep the name. They want to keep the same menu, maybe change, put their own touch on it.
Stockwell Inn owner Audrey Christie says the business has been in the family for 40 years. She says Mardi Gras has been a beloved tradition at the inn for the last 20 years.
My sister, back in the day, back when it was Duck Inn and Jenny's place, that my sister was a big Mardi Gras person, and she was like, I think I can do that. So she started making the dishes and everything, and then my husband has family in Louisiana that taught him how to do the crawfish boils, and so we've been doing it ever since.
Christie says selling the restaurant is bittersweet, but she's ready to pass it on.
Definitely have mixed feelings. I mean, sad. I'll miss all the people. I'll miss every day-to-day, everything, but happy to go to the next stage of my life. Yeah, our customers are very loyal, and they have been for 40 years now. So yeah, it's a bittersweet for everybody, I think.
Christie says she hasn't had time to be too sad about it yet, but anticipates she'll feel the emotion soon.
I'm sure in the next few days it'll start hitting me, but no, I have tried not to think about it yet. People ask me about certain recipes and stuff that are secret to me and stuff, asking if I'm going to pass it out or whatever, and let me cross this bridge first, and I'll think about that later on.
Christie says she'll miss the customers the most after the sale goes through.
40 years of support. I mean, you got people sitting there right now that have been here, coming in here for 35, 40 years, and we appreciate it. We're family. So, and we appreciate it. We love you.
Christie says the Stockwell Inn plans to remain open until the new owner takes over. She says she doesn't have a date for when that'll happen yet, but plans to post updates on their Facebook.
And staying in the tri-state here, many businesses in our area saw an influx of people coming in looking to get something special for their special someone on Valentine's Day. Business owners we spoke to say Valentine's Day is one of the busiest days of the entire year, and Gayla Bell is the owner of Gayla Cakes, who says she only operates on special occasions like Valentine's Day. She said she had a line around the block early Saturday morning for some of her baked treats.
It was great. It's always great whenever they come out and support me, even though we're not open on a regular basis anymore. But it's just great to see everybody.
LaBelle says after many requests, her next pop-up sale is going to be right before Easter. Meanwhile, the owner of Sweet Schmidt's Candy says it was also a big day for his store.
For a single day event, Valentine's is our most crazy. The holiday season, end of year, tends to, as far as sustained, but yeah, as far as a single holiday, it's Valentine's, followed by Father's Day, then Mother's Day.
Well, Schmidt says he saw over 100 people come through the day before Valentine's Day alone. Certainly a big holiday there for those out in the community looking to get something special for somebody special. Right now it's 8:34, coming up on 8:35, of course. Kicking off our work week here on the Monday. Had a lot of fog this morning. Stick around though. Byron Douglas up next for a breakdown of your Monday morning forecast. Looking ahead now to the rest of your week.
Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices.
Good Monday morning. I'm meteorologist Byron Douglas. Thank you for joining us on this President's Day. A couple of alert days to talk about. Right now we have a dense fog advisory that's scheduled to end at 9 o'clock. We'll see where we are visibility-wise here in a moment. I have some questions down here. And then we also have a severe weather threat on Thursday. I'm going to go ahead and grab this full so you can take a look at it. Visibility has dropped to, at one time, is down to just a few hundred feet overall. And then on Thursday, generally this would be Thursday afternoon into Thursday night, we had the potential for severe thunderstorms. Includes a damaging wind and a tornado threat. We'd have some wind shear available during that time frame. We'll know more in the coming days. But this is just an early heads up because the temperatures that we feature this week are going to be very mid to late April-like. So it's going to feel like spring out there with a vigorous system on the way during that time frame. Here's a look at the advisory. This goes until 9, and a few counties have been whittled down. Carmi, Fairfield, you guys, that's white. And then Edwards, and then Wayne County, Illinois. And then for everybody else, it's going to go until 9, 10 o'clock local time. But let's check the visibility. At the airport, it's still at 0. So we talked on 14 News Sunrise. We could still have some fog up until about 10, 11 o'clock, even up to about lunchtime. Some clearing there, well, maybe 20, 30 miles west there of Highway 45. And then Fairfield is at 2 miles. Everybody else, Owensboro, Lewisport, Huntingburg, just keep those low beams on. And Greenville is at 0 at this hour. So we have the alert morning for the fog, and then on Thursday, due to the potential for severe weather. Widen it out, very quiet here on Doppler radar. We've melted off most of the snow. We just have the snow piles that remain. And temps, we're at 34 at Evansville, 32 at Mattisville. Even the bridges and overpasses should be in pretty good shape because those ground temperatures have come up quite a bit. They're well above freezing. So I'll grab this full. We got some fog to deal with, then some sun. 58. If we catch 3-4 hours of sunshine, then we'll have a nice high of 62 or 63. Clouds will fill back in tonight down to 40, and then for tomorrow, mostly cloudy, breezy. Highs will be at 63 during that time frame. All right, let's go to the latest guidance. I'm using a few different models here. The HER model was doing the best with it's a short-range rapid refresh model on the fog. And perhaps a little sun during the afternoon, but clouds will have a tendency to fill back in. But high temperatures will be about 10, 12 degrees above average. And then on Tuesday, it's going to be warm, breezy, but it's going to be flat out windy on Wednesday and Thursday. But tomorrow, winds gusting 15 to 20, kind of locked in with the clouds. That will be the theme. So it's trending a little bit cloudier that we were anticipating at the end of last week. And then Wednesday will be breezy. This is where we'll have a shot at a record high. 73 is the record high in the book set back in 1961. That's easy to remember. Roger Maris hit 61 dingers in that year. And then as we go into Wednesday afternoon, it will be breezy with some sunshine. So kind of Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday night, we clear skies off. And then as we go into Thursday, Thursday is an alert day. Now it's going to be flat out windy. Could even meet the criteria for a wind advisory absent any thunderstorms. But as we go into Thursday afternoon and evening, we'd have the potential for some thunderstorms. I can come back here tomorrow and the severe weather threat might be lessened. But right now, I'll show you what the Storm Prediction Center is thinking This goes into Thursday night and then into Friday. Timing will invariably change, but we have a bullseye across our area of the entire tri-state, from Indy, Bowling Green, Paducah, and then into Mount Vernon in Indiana, Illinois, to about St. Louis, over to Cincinnati. At 15%, that covers that slight risk. And within that, we could see some upgrades to an enhanced risk. Too early for that, but that sets up across our area on Thursday. And then as we go into Saturday, it's a ways off that we're going to have a pattern change. At Saturday night into Sunday, we could see a few wraparound snow showers. So there's something in the 7-day for everybody. However, it's not attached to any accumulation. So Tuesday it's 63, 71 on Wednesday. Put the alert day in for Thursday. Concerning severe weather threats, I'll get out of the way here in a moment. 49 on Friday, and then some 49 Saturday, and then a 39 on Sunday. I got a question on Facebook. Well, I live in a trailer in Vincennes concerning Thursday. If we have a severe thunderstorm or a tornado watch, that's when we tell folks that if you live in a manufactured home in a trailer, have a backup place to go and have that in advance, generally year-round, because we can have severe weather year-round. So maybe you go to a neighbor's house, or there's a structure or business that you can go to. Perhaps it's a public library, a safe area where you can wait it out. When the watch is issued, so you have a little lead time, because once you have a warning for your area, we're not saying that will happen, you need to have a place, because manufactured homes, mobile homes just aren't safe during severe weather, especially during tornadic weather. So I had a question on that, so we'll take that full, and I do appreciate it. 49 on Friday, and then 49 Saturday, and then 39 on Sunday. So a big break in the winter weather department. It's going to be, when you factor in the high and low temperature, our warmest week of the year, but we do have the potential for severe weather Thursday afternoon into Thursday night. Expect some changes along the way. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.